Okay, so you want to try SUP. Maybe you've already tried SUP, but you're struggling to actually be able to stand up. I got you. Hi, I'm Anna Connie Walters, and I own PHAT Mermaids, PHAT, not FAT, and I am a master SUP instructor. So one of the common things that I always seem to see or I get in my SUP 101 lessons are the struggle to actually stand up. So SUP, SUP, is stand-up paddleboarding, and that's what we're here to learn about. So if you're a true beginner, maybe you've tried stand-up paddleboarding but never actually made it to the stand-up, you could only do it on your knees, maybe in a sitting position. There's technique to actually standing up. I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can do it, and then I'm going to show you 2 exercises that you can do at home like now to help strengthen the muscles to make it easier for you to stand up. All right, here we go. So most people will be in a tabletop position. So you usually are in your hands and knees. It's preferable that you obviously are either on your knees already before you try to stand up, or you try not to stand up from like a standing on the sand position. So when you're up here, there's 2 ways. The first way, and this is for some people who are not flexible, is to come into a downward facing dog and then walk your feet to your hands and then stand up with your paddle and get it. Okay. The second way is more for people who are either not on the heavier side or are more flexible. And that would be to step 1 foot at a time, stand up, and paddleboard. Okay. So those are like the basic 2 ways that are most common used to actually stand up on a paddleboard. Okay. There again is technique on how to actually stand up. And I am actually working on an online stand-up paddleboard 101 course because I realize that not everybody can be where I am. I am a military spouse. I move every 2.5 years. And although I would love to be able to in person teach every beautiful soul out there, I physically cannot be everywhere at once. And so I wanted to create an amazing resource that you could have a little piece of me to coach you through being successful as a stand-up paddleboard. And for me, stand-up paddleboarding is way more than just standing up and looking cool on the water. It's about building strength. It's about building confidence. It's about creating balance, both on the water and in your life. It's about learning how to focus on just you and letting go of all of that outside noise, that outside critic, all of those haters out there, and just appreciating you, your body, and your awesomeness. But I wanted to just show you 2 really quick exercises that you can literally do in your living room to help strengthen some of the muscles that you need, so that even though I just showed you the 2 really easy ways to stand up, it's still not happening for you. Doing these a few days a week, maybe do 10 reps of each. After time, you're gonna see it's gonna get a lot easier, all right? So the first one, you probably even know them. They're called inchworms. I don't like inchworms. That just doesn't sound like appealing. I like to call this like what I envision it looks like if I was to like be a mermaid inland. So you stand up, nice strong frame, you like touching your toes, and then you're literally walking out until you come into a plank, holding that belly button in, giving yourself a little bit of an inner hug, and then you start walking your hands back. Actually relax your head, relax your neck, stretch out the back of your legs, and then use your core as you rise up. You can do it with your arms. Inhale up, and then swan dive. Exhale like you're getting your mermaid legs, and then you're walking into the water. to splash your mermaid tail. Inhale as you start to bring your hands back towards your feet. Relax your head, relax your neck. Take a breath to stretch out the back of your hamstrings and your calves, and then slowly start to rise up. Or if you want, push through your heels, reach your arms up. And then you just keep doing this. If you gotta take a break, you're like, whoo, I can only do one. And then I gotta take a break. And you do you, boo. You can even come into a halfway lift. If your back is starting to be like, my back's starting to hurt. Pull through the crown, lengthen the back, and then exhale, release, and then slowly roll up or bring your arms up. So that's the first one. Now, I am a superwoman, but if superheroes did exist, everybody knows that they all have some type of thing that their weakness, kryptonite. My kryptonite would be burpees. Yo, I hate burpees. Burpees suck, but they're really good for you. And so if you don't know what a burpee is, do not judge, y'all, because again, I don't like burpees, but you start up with the jump, you hop back, you do a push-up, you come up, you jump, you do that, and you just keep going. And there's all kinds of variations. People done gone crazy with burpees, like they weren't hard enough. They had to add all kinds of other crazy stuff. Ask my husband. Love the Marines, but they be doing too much. So burpees are really good. And these burpees are good for the motion of this. So if you want to get good at doing this and paddling out, this is where you would want the burpees to kind of play a role in. The motion of jumping up, that's on you guys. It does actually, it does do a lot. It strengthens your leg muscles. It actually shakes your bones, kind of energizes those red blood cells. But what you really want to get good at, I'm going to see if I take this off, y'all can still hear me, so it doesn't rattle. I feel like it's still going to do it, but anyways, is the motion of actually, not the jumping out. So you could do this. I want you to focus on this part. So this is the second part. Now, if you're like, girl, that is, I cannot. Step back. You step back, step forward. Y'all, I didn't care about this. I would just raise my hands up. Hands to the Lord, back down, step back, step forward, stand up. That would be, that was as good as it got. If that's you, boo, do you until you can do more. Wherever you're supposed to be is exactly where you're supposed to, wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. So do what you can until you can do more. So I want you to focus. Now, if you can do this, awesome. Now, you want to be like, I want to just do this. You can do this. And maybe do, I don't know, challenge yourself. Like 4. Maybe you can only do 2. Take a break. But the idea is you want to keep being able to do this. Okay? And that's the goal. So, I got to work out. That's my tips for you for success on building the muscles that you need on land. Now, you're like, Anna Connie, it ain't nothing like this when you're actually on the water, on the board. I get that. But if you can strengthen the muscles on land, I guarantee you, when you get up on that water, it's going to be that much more easier. Trust me on this. I've been teaching stand-up paddleboard since 2017. I know what I'm talking about. Plus the fact that when I started, I was literally 40 pounds heavier than I am now. Believe it or not. That's crazy, I know. And so I struggled with all those problems myself. So I'm telling you from experience, I'm telling you what worked for me and what's worked for hundreds of students that I've actually taught on water. There's a reason why I have a 98% success rate that every single person that I've ever taken out on the water has always been able to stand on their stand-up paddleboard and paddled standing. Now, whether they chose to continue to paddle the entire hour, that's a different story. Not everybody has the stamina at the very first time they stand up to stand up for a long length of time. That's not that part's not important. The important part is that they did stand, they were able to maintain the standing posture. That lets them know that they can do it again. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Good luck. I know you can do this. You are amazing. Stay fat, stay fabulous, stay beautiful, and I will catch you on the water or in the next video. Are you on the path to a more vibrant and fulfilling life? Then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You have the power to transform your life. Let's start that journey now. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and remember, your journey to a happier, healthier you starts right here. See you in the next video.